Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of the Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us.
Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world.
In 2025, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots magazine, with Queer News Tonight sharing over 11,000 stories and 11 million views so far.
We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. A new era of leadership. Presiding Bishop Yehiel Curry of the ELCA. The Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, ELCA, entered a new historic chapter with the election of the Reverend Yehiel Curry as its 5th presiding bishop in 2025. Elected in July and installed on October 4th, Curry, the former bishop of the Metropolitan Chicago Synod, is the first African American to lead the predominantly white denomination, marking a powerful shift toward diversity at the highest level of American Lutheranism. His election to the 6-year term is particularly significant given the ELC's commitment to multicultural ministries and addressing systemic racial injustice. Curry succeeds the Reverend Elizabeth Eaton and inherits a church grappling with membership decline and internal disagreements over doctrine and inclusion. Curry's background as a mission developer, public school teacher, and pastor of an urban congregation provides him with a unique community-rooted perspective. He has articulated a vision focused on lay equipping and making the church more connected and welcoming, leveraging his life experience to help the 2.7 million member church embody its commitment to service and social justice in a changing world. All right, yay. Oftentimes at this table, we're talking about firsts, and I'm always the one who goes, well, look at this, it's 2025, and here it is, another first. Well, it's true, it's another first. This, Curry is leading now the largest U.S. Lutheran denomination, and his background, he grew up in a Roman Catholic family, so he's been touched by a number of different faith walks and conversations. They talk about the shrinking background, and I think that his background, his personal background as a community organizer, if we want to use that phrase, is going to come in handy in this church. Now, he inherits a church that when Eaton inherited, most of the bishops were male. Now in that denomination, the majority of the bishops there are now women. So she oversaw a great change in the denomination, and oftentimes that scares people, especially those guys who think that only God is a male and you have to look up to him. But the Conference of Bishops right now in the ELCA are women, and that's something that we've got to understand, that the world is changing. The world is becoming more diverse. Religion has changed in the sense that we now understand that simply because you identify as male does not make you more important than anybody.
I think there's a lesson here too, and I hope it's a lesson that doesn't go, doesn't get unnoticed. When the Episcopal Church started ordaining women, when the Episcopal Church started having women bishops, when the Episcopal Church ordained a gay bishop, now they have several. When the Episcopal Church had a woman bishop and then an African American bishop, they now have a straight white guy again. So, a lot of people felt some relief because they've been pushed for 30 years in a certain direction, and now they just have like the old status quo for a minute. But he's not who they might think he is. Like he's still on the right side of things. They have experienced decline. Since all of this, and a lot of people try to use that against them. See, you did all these things, and now you got empty pews. Now you've closed in some churches, blah, blah, blah. And the same thing with the Lutheran Church. The Lutheran Church has experienced decline. Well, they elected a woman bishop. Now they have a majority of women bishops. They've ordained a trans person. They've become out in favor of LGBTQ plus issues, and they're experiencing decline. And you could probably say the same thing. The United Methodist Church, which was the second largest Protestant church, has a big schism, a big split recently over this, because the Methodist Church took the side of justice and equality and equity and inclusion. And so what people are going to do, and they have done, and they are doing, is say, see, you took these positions and look at the people just running for the doors. So you ought to change to get them back. That's one perspective. Another perspective is rights not for sale.
Right.
That these denominations, the Episcopal Church, Metropolitan Community Church, the Lutheran Church, the PCUSA, the United Methodists, the Disciples of Christ, United Church of Christ, Unitarian Universalists, what they have done is stood up for what is right, no matter the cost. That's the witness of Jesus. And when we all come together and work as an ecumenical movement, we've got resources, we've got each other's backs, we've got support for one another, we can get through it. But if your focus is on saving an institution at all cost, even if that means sacrificing women's autonomy, even if that means sacrificing gay people's rights, even if that means sacrificing work against racism, if it's about saving the institution, let it die.
Yeah.
But if it's about the mission and the vision and the sharing a message that bring people to life and that brings quality to people's lives, then you work it out. Maybe you do lose some of this. Maybe you do lose some money. Maybe you do lose some programming. Maybe you do. And you figure it out. Because the first people who did it begged for food, slept on the ground, whatever they had to do, those original disciples and followers, a lot of them got in trouble for it. A lot of them became lion food or run out of town or in prison. So not only did they not have a lot of resources or a lot of support, they just worked it out. And now the Christian church dominates the world, but that's institutionally. The people who got the message out that changed the world weren't an institution. They were people who had a message to share, and they shared it at all costs. So when I hear that the Lutheran Church, the Episcopal Church, any of these liberational churches are in decline, one, I say, well, that's for now. Who knows what tomorrow brings? And two, it's because they stood for what was right, and I want to be on that side. So don't be bullied into, well, if you change your message, you might grow again. You might not. Even the evangelical churches are in decline. So that's no guarantee. Don't sell out the mission for a promise of what might be. And even if you could be, what if I'll do this and you got $1 billion all at once? You got $1 billion for not speaking truth to power.
Yeah.
That's dirty money.
Right. I have great appreciation for those denominations, those faith communities that are putting women, people of color, trans folk into these leadership roles. Number one, I think that it gives a different perspective. You really needed a different perspective to reach people, to meet them where they are. And there is great power in a young girl sitting in a congregation or watching this on television and seeing someone who looks like them, people of color, looks like them. Gee, that's something maybe I can do. And the message has a greater meaning when really it comes from somebody who looks like you, who sounds like you. Not to diminish the white guys. They've been doing it for a long time. And there's a room for a lot of people. Let's spread the wealth.
Reverend Elder Frieda Smith used to say, if you want to make rabbit stew, the first thing you need is a rabbit. If you want these various kinds of people to be part of it, show them. Show them that they're welcome. Show them that there's a place for them.
Right.
I'm thinking of the words of the late Reverend Dr. Ed Rotman, who would just come off and say, brother, brother, I hope you know who's around you and who's praying for you and who's praying against you. But always lean into those who are praying for you, because they don't want success for you. They want success for what the mission is about.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, as y'all said, the church, everybody's in decline. Everyone has a mission in front of him, but I think his mission is unique in that you got an opportunity. Your mission is an opportunity. And you don't have to take anything for granted or anything. Your mission is opportunity. Go out and boldly do what you've been called to do. Your track record already says who you are.
Yes.
You already proven that. If anyone need to have anything proven, you already proven what your track record is. Now just go ahead and do it. And guess what? there is no higher position in your church than this.
Yeah.
You have nothing to lose. Just go do it and be good at it.
And whether you're a bishop or senior pastor or the religious liaison for some big nonprofit or whatever your thing is, what you mostly have is a pulpit.
Yeah.
What you mostly have is a megaphone. Don't let people take the one thing you have away.
Yeah, exactly.
His predecessor elevated women into leadership in unprecedented ways. He has the same opportunity for people of color, for immigrants, for queer people, whatever.
Use it.
You've got a bullhorn. I mean, you may have some personal influence and administrative, authority here and there, but what you mostly have is a microphone in the world.
Yeah.
Don't be bullied out of it. I don't think he is. I don't think. I think I'm
he will
just
be.
talking maybe to myself because I think he's going to be great. I think his predecessor was great, and but maybe other Lutheran bishops, other Lutheran pastors, other seminary students. Maybe this is for you. What you have is a mic.
Yay.
Don't just stand there and whistle into it. Use it because that's really what you have, and that's what you're really being called to use.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
And that's today with the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, I want to invite you to check out our Performing Arts series. Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts has a great acts lineup for the 2025 and 2026 season. Here is a taste of what's coming up.
On November 7th, we will welcome back Miss Coco Peru in Fuck This Shit. If this show is like her other tours de force, there will be storytelling, laughs, singing, and a moral to tie up the evening. Or maybe this one is entirely different. You'll have to come to the show to know for sure. But you already know it's going to be one of the best nights of comedy and drag artistry you will have enjoyed all year.
December 7th brings Matthew Darren's annual Holiday Fantasia, always amazing, and this year it will again be co-hosted by Varla Jean Merman.
And in 2026, there's already some great shows lined up, such as Selections from Pearly, a musical based on the play Pearly, Victorious by Ossie Davis on February the 7th. For more information about these shows and others, and to secure your tickets, go to sunshinecathedral.org/arts.
Please like and share this episode on your social media and look for Sunshine Cathedral on Facebook or Instagram.
You can also like our individual pages on Facebook. Remember to visit sunshinecathedral.org frequently. There you will find Bishop Talk, where Bishop Durrell and I interview queer religious leaders, activists, and scholars.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we are all in this together. Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.